Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick video to show you how to use the designs on your machine, the ones here in the shapes. Oops. The designs here in the shape to do a simple applique. Okay, and we're going to do it on a little hand towel. Alrighty, so what you're going to need is you're going to need your stabilizer for the backing. I have this white webby stuff. It's not tearaway, it's cutaway. And I got it at Joann's. I don't know exactly what it's called, but I believe Pellon is the makers of it. I have some silky Solvay film to go over the top. So this will be the backing, this will be the top, and here's my little towel. Okay, you can pick up a pretty cheap set of these almost anywhere, but these specific ones I got at Walmart. Okay, and then we're going to also use some applique fabric. We just have regular cotton fabric that I've already pre-ironed this Heat and Bond light, and this you really can get almost anywhere. I've even seen it at Fred Meyer and definitely at Walmart and Hobby Lobby and stuff. So I've already done it. I'm not going to show you how to do it. I have another video on that I will link in the bottom, but we're just going to pick pieces out of here for today to do this. And I'm probably going to stick with that big blue because it's so pretty. All right, and then you're going to need your hoops, and you're going to need your machine to be all ready. I have some white thread in there for my last project. I still have white bobbin thread in there, and I've just got it at the home screen. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it on while I perform these little tasks. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the stabilizer on the bottom. And what I'm going to do is called floating. And floating is where you don't put your garment or material into the hoop. You put the stabilizer into the hoop. And then you pin or tape, or however you go about it, your material to the actual stabilizer. Okay, that's called floating. Okay, and we're just going to cut off the excess. I used to leave it on the big piece, but sometimes it gets caught in things and it's a bigger headache than it's worth. Okay, so stabilizer is on. I'm going to tighten it up in a couple spots. Just give it a little once over. I'm going to grab my towel and I'm going to pick a corner. I'm going to set it in there. I'm going to grab my needles. And on the tops and the bottom, you don't have to be so precise about where the needle is because the foot doesn't go up that high or that low, but it does go right to your side edges. So whenever you're pinning on your side edges, you want to pin right in the corner if you can. Hope that makes sense. Right here in this little corner. Okay, you don't want your foot to touch it at all. Okay, same with over here. And I know that you've probably seen people that do everything so crazy tight and their stuff probably looks insanely beautiful, but I'm finding that you don't have to be so crazy about it, okay? At least I don't. I'm not going to be crazy about it. All right, so my stuff is prepared. It's all ready to go on here. And I'm going to go ahead and set that up there. I'm going to put it in the machine. Just be gentle about it. If your towel is too high, you just lift up with your thing. It just goes up once, okay? And then we clip it right in. Kind of just rock it a little. All right. And then we're going to go up here and we're going to choose, I'm going to do a heart applique. Okay, so this is going to take us 3 different steps, but that's what you want with an applique. Did I pass it? Pass it while I was blabbing. Okay, And in here, it lets you pick all the different edges you want, right? We're just going to go with number 10 for now, because we just want a die line of where to place our fabric. Okay? And I'm realizing now that I should change my thread color. Hold on. Okay, thread color changed, and I'm going to go ahead and have it print out the heart. Okay, I went ahead and sewed it out because my machine was having a little bit of problems. But I'm going to go ahead and press start again so that you can see. Let's see if we can get rid of that bright bulb. My cat is being relentless right now. My craft room is still crazy from the holidays. And I started more projects in the holidays. But anyways, my cat won't get out of the picture. That's all I was really trying to show you. Okay, so there's your simple straight stitch, running stitch, whatever you call it. All right, now we're going to get our applique fabric. And like I said, I'm just going to use that pretty piece of blue. All right. And we're going to place it over the die line. The die line is what we just created. You want to make sure none of that is sticking out on any sides. And you can just lay it on top of here, or you can tape it down, or you can glue it. A lot of people use spray glue. I used to use it all the time. I ran out and just found other alternatives. And also, you know, it's goopy. It makes things kind of messy. Okay, so just put your presser foot back down. Oh, you have to click OK because it says it's done sewing. And then we're going to just run that one more time. This is going to be called our tack down line. And now if you were going to do well, we're going to go ahead and do a satin stitch on this anyways. I'm so sorry about all the noise. My cat is ruining my dollhouse right now. Come on, Lucky. Trace, can you come help me, honey? Okay, so now that the cat thing is done, we're going to pop this out. We're going to go ahead and lift up our presser foot. Pop this out, and I'm going to try to show you guys how I cut it out. Get the smallest non-embroidery scissors that you can get. And they do have applique scissors specifically for this stuff. I just don't have any yet. I like to pull back and watch where I'm cutting from behind, because my scissors are going to go nice and even on this, but they're not going to go nice and even on that. They're going to get stuck in that. So I want to watch from behind. Not to mention it gets me a much closer cut. Okay. And you're going to want to be really precise with this if you're giving it as a gift, or, you know, you're starting a business. I'm not that precise of a cutter, even with stuff that I sell people. Most people don't seem to mind. They think it's cute, and considering I'm doing it from home, they don't really, I don't usually hear a lot of complaints anyways, but I don't know anybody who would normally complain about something like that, really. Unless it was really big and obvious. And hopefully you will have caught that beforehand. Okay. And just try to get as close as you can. Okay. So there we go. There's our applique heart in our little washcloth. And let's go ahead and put it back on there. Okay. This is the part where I like to use the Sulky Solvy, the clear film stuff. I like to use it because it makes the satin stitch nice and smooth. It doesn't catch any of the outside stuff. This moves over it really easy. The needle moves over it very easily. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go back out to our shape screen. Click OK. And then we're going to choose our final stitch, and I'm going to choose the satin stitch because that one is the one that we all just love so much. And look at the layout, it's exactly the same, 7.0 and 8.1. And I'm going to just go back out of here. And I don't have to do anything else except for push this down. You keep your hand, well, let me actually follow my own advice and cut that down. That extra piece that flops out might just be the death of the whole project if it gets accidentally pulled back into everything. So no excess. All right, so we're just going to press play and it's going to start. And it's going to lay down its own kind of Okay, so the project is finished and the satin stitch looks beautiful. I'm going to pull this off so we can all get a good look. And the film, I meant to mention, is water soluble. So if you're using something, if you're doing a lot of detail and you use the Solvay film, it will come out in the wash, so don't worry at all. But it just peels right off. I like this so much better than the fabric-ear type because you have to wash it before you can actually see your project. And I should have probably ironed that first, but this is going to go into my rotation of washcloth, so it's quite all right. Okay, so you can see there it did a really pretty job. And then on the back, a lot of people pop their stuff out first before they start cutting, but I'm actually going to cut while it's in the hoop. Okay. Oops. And the reason why is because the tension is really good. So slide it in there and you can still see that it goes really nice and easy. Okay. And then after I take my needles out, all done, finished. It's so cute. Now you can add names in there. While it was still on the hoop, you can go in and use the lettering part and add names to it. You could add other designs that are from the machine or purchased designs. But anyways, that's how it's done. Hope you guys had fun. I did. Bye.